There are huge headlines over the latest dump by WikiLeaks, which says it's disclosing secret CIA technology that can spy on Americans through their smartphones, their laptops, even their TVs. That's obviously eye-popping and disturbing, but just how should the media be covering Julian Assange and a group that routinely pumps out classified information? Joining us now is Jillian Turner, Fox News contributor, vice president at Jones Group International, and former national security staffer in the Obama and Bush White Houses. All right, so let's start with WikiLeaks, your view of WikiLeaks, and then we'll get to how it should be covered, because I think there's a tendency in the press to say, wow, here's this latest stuff. Let's just throw it on TV and throw it on the web because it's hot and it'll get us a lot of clicks and ratings.
And I think that there is a press responsibility to report on it when there's something like this, a dump like this, absolutely. But above and beyond that, I think the press has a responsibility to not just spit out talking points that WikiLeaks itself provides. You know, they have this tendency now when they dump a tranche of documents like this to give you a nice little talking points type executive summary up at the top. And if any outlet is just using those to kind of base its analysis on and to present to its viewers and readers, I think that's irresponsible.
But this is an organization that seems determined to embarrass America, that actively worked in some fashion, it seems, with Russia in the hacking during the campaign of the DNC and the Hillary Clinton campaign emails and all of that. Should the media be a little more determined, a little bit more cautious in describing the group's motives rather than just sort of ripping and running with it?
Absolutely. And viewers should as well. The American people should be a lot more skeptical than they currently are. One of the problems I'm seeing is that folks during the campaign who supported Donald Trump are now jumping on board and saying they now have this idea that because WikiLeaks orchestrated this DNC dump during the campaign, that WikiLeaks is somehow pro-Trump. Make no mistake about it, this organization will turn on the Trump administration on a dime. Their primary focus here is trafficking in classified intelligence, classified information in order to embarrass the United States. They don't care who the president is. They're not aligning with any U.S. political party here.
But on that point, it seems that people in the political world and many commentators on the left or right either don't like or like WikiLeaks depending on who is the target. I mean, Donald Trump himself said, I love WikiLeaks during the campaign because the Democrats were the target. And now the White House has said very little about the hacking of the CIA. Maybe that's for other reasons. So do you see people in the opinion business welcoming leaks only when they hurt the other side?
Of course, and it's very dangerous. And mark my words, President Trump will come to regret that he said that, because at some point during the course of his tenure, they are going to release, it's almost inevitable that they're going to release information that he feels will be damaging to him.
Do you think?
And at that point, he has to fall back on this statement he said earlier that he loves them and they're a wonderful organization, and that puts him in a bind.
Do you think the administration has been reluctant to criticize WikiLeaks in this instance because of the past history, or because not wanting to sort of officially confirm that the CIA spying techniques are real, that this stuff is the real deal?
Yeah, it's probably a combination of all of those things, I would say. I think that in the political corners of the White House, the political advisors are probably eager to embrace damaging information that's released about Democrats, absolutely. But I also think that the responsible folks in the administration recognize what you just said, which is that there's now this ongoing FBI criminal investigation. We don't really know that these things are, nobody's verified this stuff yet, and so why comment on it when it's could be totally fallacious?
Right. Well, we have half a minute. I mean, it's been widely portrayed as pretty scary stuff, huge headlines. But WikiLeaks didn't say the CIA was doing all this digital spying, just that it had the capability of doing it. Has there been an element of hype here in the way it's been covered?
Yeah, probably. And again, I come back to this point that WikiLeaks bills itself as a not-for-profit organization, but they're a very nebulous, opaque kind of organization. They take money from foreigners and, again, use it to sabotage the United States' national interest. So, of course, they're going to hype things when they think that it will help them in a PR sense.
Right. Well, I think the media need to be really, really careful about that. Jillian Turner, great to see you. Thanks for coming in.